why African marriages fail in the abroad.
In this abroad, it's a big question.
Yeah.
A big question.
It's not uncommon to find African marriages, a lot of African marriages break down when couples relocate from an African country to, maybe Canada or anywhere, Europe, the US, anywhere in the world. So today we're going to talk about why African marriages fail in the abroad. In Obodoyibo, why African marriages fail. I know we might be smiling and laughing, but this is a serious matter. You see a strong couple doing well in Nigeria or anywhere in Africa, you see them relocate and you feel that, now have a better life, things should be better, your marriage should be better. But unfortunately, you see that the reverse is the case. So why?
So that same yakpa is now causing another yakpa.
Yeah, exactly. So why? Because even in some extreme cases, husbands kill their wives. There have been, stories abound. Yeah.
Let me just start with this. I think the first point is this issue of selfishness. When you are husband or wife, when you want to travel, like we mentioned in our previous video, you need to have joint vision. I'm not saying that you cannot have your personal vision, have a joint vision, because and at times if you don't have joint vision, when you move to another country, you have different vision. I want to achieve this, want to achieve this, and the number one issue is money. Money, because wives at times they get, when you have kids, you get money for the kids. You want to have a personal plan for yourself, an agenda, and that way. And if you want to live together in abroad, maybe we travel abroad, you must work together, because there are a lot of things, bills to pay here and there. So you must have this. If you have different visions, you have issues.
Division.
Yeah, there are division.
Yeah, two visions.
Division. Division. And when there's division, they're about to collapse. Okay. And I think it's about number two is about the issue of money too.
Okay.
Money, you must
inability to manage.
What
money
you
issues.
have. Because if you are not careful, if you live your life based on the way they live in abroad, you can get everything on credit and all that.
Buy now, pay later.
If you don't work together as a team. For me, to my wife, I'm not going to get anything on credit. Anything I don't have money for, forget it. When I have money, I'm going to get it. But to get something on credit and be paying monthly,
except for maybe a house.
Yeah, house. Even for the house, I want to save and pay huge amount of money as deposit. So you don't end up paying too much, interest to banks and all that. So what is important is that you need to have a joint vision. Don't be selfish with your vision. Because this one is building 2-story building, this one is building 4-story building. And you have bills to pay here. So let me just
selfishness.
Stop there so that you can also add on.
I think it's very good points that you've raised. But I think there's a plethora of issues that can cause marriages to fail in African marriages fail here. Okay, one thing we always go back to when we make these points is that the culture is different.
Exactly.
So Africa is patriarchal.
Yeah.
We know the man has a lot more a lot more say than the woman. In the West, it is a lot more equal.
50-50.
So if the expectations
Why you do like that?
What's my brother?
So if the expectations become different when you come here. Over there, she's going to serve me my meal, she's going to take care of the dishes, she's going to take care of the kids, she's going to do all of these things. I just have to go out, work, and put food on the table. Although that's a huge task as well, because the wife in many cases doesn't have to worry about the bills and worry about all of these things. The guy worries about it. And then from his point of view, the wife is not doing much. She's only taking care of the kids. From her point of view, the man is not doing much. I'm the one taking care of all of these things. So, and then when you come here, it's a different expectation. It's a different reality. So you go to this grocery store alone. You would find men who are grudgingly pushing because the man is expected to push it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So they're pushing it, but they're looking at themselves like, if we're in Nigeria, would I be the one to be pushing this thing?
chief.
So it's a different reality, and so the mindset needs to change.
Exactly.
If it doesn't change, there will be problems.
Yeah.
And so it has to change to fit what is obtainable here.
Yeah.
However, there has to be a vision. I think where a lot of us miss it is there has to be a collective vision for the couple.
Yeah.
There has to be a vision for the marriage. Then you can have your personal visions.
Yeah.
But the vision for the marriage is what helps here. Is that where do I see my marriage in 10 years, 20 years? If I have the vision for that marriage, how do I enable my spouse to get to that point? And how does she enable me to get to that point? Do I need to, if the money that's coming in is not sufficient, maybe one of us needs to get more education.
Yeah.
Is she going to be the one to work so that I can get the education?
I think
Should I be the one to work so that you can get the education? That sort of thing, so that we can build each other to get to that point.
Yeah.
You know? But without that, it's going to be difficult.
Everybody will just have their own. Okay, it's good to have your personal vision, but there must be the
Collective
vision so that you can work together.
I think we mentioned that in that video about how not to end up as a broke
Couple, yeah.
couple, you know,
Couples
about you
work
having.
together.
And let me also add on that point is that
Wait, I want to mention something about the culture thing, where a man expects the wife to do all the household chores and just, says. So when the wife gets in now and has to work to contribute to the bills, and now says, you know what, I cannot do all the household
chores.
The man will say,
It becomes
you're
a
not
problem.
going, exactly, you're not growing with. I brought you from Africa, now you're not growing with. You don't want to do what you're supposed to do. You're not a good wife. You're now. So how do we? Because I think that's one of the major reasons.
What complicates it? Please go ahead.
but continue.
What complicates it is that you don't have house helps.
Exactly.
Here.
Exactly.
So you still have to come to. It is let's come together and analyze all the tasks and decide who should do what.
Exactly.
Who's best in what? Somebody might be best in DIY.
Yeah.
Why not do it? Somebody might be best in there. You find there are times where couples, one is better with the vision, the helicopter view. The other one is better with the actual tasks.
Yes.
You have to find out, where do I thrive?
Your strength.
Your strengths, and then your weaknesses, and then apply that to what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Some are better with kids. There are times where men are even better with kids than women.
Yes.
There are times where, so you find who's best with what, and then they take over those activities.
Awesome.
Because I think it's stubbornness. You want to say, no, you must do this. This is your role as a wife. You must do it. So inability to adjust, make adjustments. Yeah.
And I also think about, I have 2 points about our expectation.
Yeah.
Especially in US, some they just go to US, travel to Africa, marry one young 18 years old nurse, you bring to America, you'll be working, and you let her go to school. Then after qualifying as a nurse, you expect her to earn a good amount of money so that you can sit down and enjoy the fruit of your labor.
Now submit her paycheck now and submit her salary.
And again, maybe now you are now old, your body is weak, you cannot satisfy her again sexually, and that will not be. We have many examples like that that you end up killing.
It's a good thing that you raised that thing. It's a huge topic. If you want to go to the root of it, let's look at sacrifice. For God to love the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believes.
Oh, preach it.
Let's take it from there. Would the benefit of it is that you be with God.
Yeah.
So there's something that comes back to God at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now, where we miss it most of the time is while we are sacrificing, what we call sacrifice.
Yeah.
We ourselves don't develop ourselves. We just expect. So I'm a guy in the US. I bring a young girl from Nigeria. I sponsor her through school. I have to pay a lot of money for her to become a nurse. She becomes the nurse. To me, I've invested. I should be able to reap the benefits of the investment. But during that time when she's going to school, I'm probably treating her the worst way. Now she is saying, okay, I'm going to
let me just finish
Farada until I graduate. If I graduate, this man will be here. Because now the nurse, she graduates, she's earning over 100,000. Now she can make her own decisions. Exactly. She can make her own decisions. She doesn't need you that much anymore. You haven't developed yourself. So you're the one who's needing her now. She's not needing you. But you still expect the same treatments that you were getting before she graduated. You still expect her to be giving loyalty, or the same loyalty.
I know that expectation is not healthy enough.
I don't think it makes sense to think
you
that
don't turn your wife to an investment
exactly
that you want to reap.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if there's no vision, that's the kind of thing that can happen. But if there's a vision that when you graduate, I want to go to school, so you can use the money you're earning to finance the house until I do my PhD or master's, whatever
That's
it is,
plan.
so that I
Yeah,
can
you
get
have
my
a
own,
proper plan.
and then we can get somewhere.
Wow.
But there's a huge vision that we're working towards.
But one should not have this investment mentality that I've invested into it, I
Anything
must
you
reap.
do out of love. Out of love.
Yeah, whatever you do out of love.
And
Yeah.
even in Nigeria, these things happen. You find people who haven't maybe been to school, they're maybe spare parts dealer, and then they sponsor a girl, she goes to school, she finds love in school, she graduates and marries somebody else.
Because you're not on the same level. What will you're not intellectually compatible. So what
Now
are
the
you
guys-
But I think it's also wrong for you to collect his money. You
Well-
allow him to pay
So-
you through school and you have the mind not to marry him.
That's
What
what
So
it does-
there's some people who start out having the mind to marry him.
Yeah, but you know.
But then the guy has shown you so many times that you are my investment. I invested in you. I paid the school fees. You can't be doing all of this nonsense. And then it becomes frustrating at some point. And the girl is just like, what? What have you
now?
done that somebody else hasn't done?
Calculate all the money, I'll pay you back.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
you know.
Let me also add this point too. I think is you comparing yourself with others. Because when you move from a place like Africa to Europe, there are some people that have been here for like 20, 30 years, and I don't want to go into the Bible, but they that compare themselves with one another, they are not wise. So don't compare yourself. You don't know what they are passing, you don't know what they are doing, you don't know what they are cooking down there. So never compare yourself with others. Because they might have been here for 2 years and put their hands in some dirty deals and they are up there. So you just cut your coat according to your material, not according to your size. You know, and
Yeah, what
don't
about
compare
this?
yourself with
Yeah.
others.
What about this point? Pressure from home. Can it be a factor?
Oh,
I
yes.
think we want to say
Oh,
something
yes.
about the point I mentioned before we go into this
Yeah.
pressure from home.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky for me because the way I compare, I completely agree with your points, but the way I compare is more, what will this person, if okay, the bottom points, the underlying point is only quality people. So be socialized with only quality.
Yeah, of course.
Now, when I do the comparison with the quality people, what I go for is, what will this person do in my situation? If they were in this situation, what would they do? And then I take the better side of that person and then apply it to my life. So by the time I look around, I am living from the knowledge of the people that I consider best in those areas. So for instance, couples in the West, you have to work, both of you have to work long hours sometimes, especially if you have odd jobs, you're just starting out. You don't have time to discuss things, to spend quality time together. They love to bond. The love language could be quality time. What do? You look at other couples and go, these guys maybe set out Wednesday night to just go for movies. Let's adopt that.
Yeah.
And just Wednesday 8 to 9, let's go and see a movie together. It's not so much about the movie, it's about the bonding for us. And so
So I
you
get that.
pick those
But
good
I
things
think
from-
I want to mention that you comparing yourself with bad.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
there's some- so
Now
it's
it's not
something
if it's,
good.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You want to compare yourself with quality people,
Quality people, yeah.
and
Also,
draw inspiration
And
from
drop,
them.
yeah. So maybe you're fully right. Maybe the word is not compare. I don't know what word it is, but
Maybe draw inspiration from
quality people,
Yeah,
yes,
learn from
but
others.
you're
Iron
completely
sharpened
right.
iron.
Yeah.
Proverbs, I don't know.
don't compare, just draw inspiration.
And I think we need to also the point that you mentioned.
Yeah,
about
pressure from home because people, when you
That's
travel
it.
abroad, your people in Africa. My
That's a
daughter has
huge one.
Exactly,
Yeah,
my son.
the
So they're supposed to
pressure,
be
yeah.
throwing
That's a
them
huge
dollars, and they don't even calculate in naira anymore. They calculate in dollars. If you send them anything in naira, they'll calculate it in dollars. How much is this?
And they would appreciate
But for me, I
exactly.
think I'm going to blame the couples. I blame you. If you are here, don't allow anybody to put you under pressure. You have bills to pay here. Here is your primary assignment. Anything you give to them is out of the blessing of God
So-
upon your life. Not that they put you under pressure that you must do this.
I agree with you, sir, to some extent, or to a
Okay.
large extent. But the truth is, we have in Africa, we have a culture of pressure.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody recently. This Salah is around the corner on the 20th. This person hasn't got money. If you can't buy goods, buy fish. If you can't buy fish, buy chicken. Why must you buy?
It's because we allow people to influence us. That's my point.
But that's what I'm saying. The culture. I'll give you
Pressure.
examples. You hear prayers like "Wa tekbe, wa jegbe lo." Those prayers stick to you.
Yeah.
And so if you don't take them, it becomes a huge problem.
Yes, now.
Now you want to show that you take them, even if you don't take them.
I think that is a wrong mindset.
it's a huge cultural problem.
Yeah, right.
Pressure on every level.
Every
So you want to appear. You don't want to. It's not like you want to appear rich, but you
Yes.
want to appear like at least I'm alive.
Exactly,
I'm
I've
still living.
achieved. Yeah, I've arrived.
And so you want to.
I think we are trying to provide solution here now. What do you think?
Good. So if you take that same pressure into Europe, it will affect you even in Europe.
Crush
Because now,
yourself.
if even more, because now you have to send. If you were giving your someone black tax, what they call it, if you were giving them 10,000 per month before, now you're in Europe, you have to do 50,000 a month. But maybe you're not even earning that much.
Yeah.
So wherever you are, whether you're in Nigeria or here, first of all, change your mindset to that pressure.
And don't let people influence you
At all.
You know, they must not see that they have power
Live
over
way
you.
below your means.
Otherwise,
Way below your means.
You'll be in trouble. The same people will come and laugh and say,
you've been in Europe for 20
many
years. What
years.
you have nothing to show for it.
Let me share this example. There was time I was in UK. After my masters, I went to UK to work. I was working on just paying bills with all my money, and I went to Nigeria afterwards. You know, some people they're actually comparing me with some people doing fraud in UK, building houses everywhere. And these people will buy things, share. After that day, when I travel back from there, I said, no, my life is number one now. I was able to plan my life. So the same people will tell you that you are
Oh,
Even
yes.
abroad, you have
yes.
nothing to show for
Oh,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
So you have to, reduce, or you even for yourself.
Yeah,
You have to
right.
reduce how
Yeah.
you live, and then take
Exactly.
the balance, the difference of it, and use it for something good.
Yeah. I tell people, I usually tell it's easier to slay in Nigeria than in.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
People
yes.
expect that you're in abroad, you're supposed to be throwing different things. They don't know that you.
I told
it's easier to
someone-
do that in Nigeria.
I told someone that we're talking about bills generally. So I said, you were telling me about that the police caught you in Nigeria. I think it was over speeding or something. How much did they charge you? He said maybe 2,000 naira or 5,000 naira or something. I said I had a similar experience here, and the equivalent of how much I paid was 250,000
Yeah.
just for
And that is plus criminal record.
Yes.
They will add that to your criminal
just for overspeeding.
record. You know,
So you can have, and that might not be a good thing, but imagine, let's talk about the rent. How much are you paying for rent?
Exactly.
How much are you
now,
paying here
our
monthly?
rent here monthly, for some people, you pay that 3-bedroom for 1
For a
year.
year.
Oh yeah,
Duplex
and that's a
even.
monthly. That's the
Duplex,
monthly.
yeah.
So you have to work. You have to. You wouldn't need anybody to tell you to go out there and do something.
And do something,
Exactly.
you know. That's
Work
why
more
don't
hours
leave
and.
Hey, God will teach you common sense.
So you don't want to be stuck in this on the same level. You want to use whatever resources you're having to build yourself to get to the next level. And so you have to cut out all the pressure. Both from Nigeria or Africa and from here. Because there's pressure here
Here
too.
too, yes.
It's a bit relaxed in this country. In London, there's a lot more pressure. A lot more pressure. You'd hear today that somebody bought a car of 20,000 pounds, another person bought 18,000. You're carrying maybe like 5,000. You're going, man, I need to change my car this year.
I believe that's one thing I want to thank my mom for. My mom, you're the best.
Yes, so.
It's for this place to be, contentment. You don't need to. What you cannot afford, don't kill yourself over it.
Impress people.
I don't impress anybody. If you think I'm not impressing you, then
That's your.
get away.
Get out here.
Get out of here. I'm not live a lot to impress anyone. I think you need to list the points before we end this episode.
Do I remember?
I think I
Have a collective vision.
Yeah.
Number 2, let there be a cultural shift.
Yeah, mindset.
Mental culture shift.
And
Mindset shift.
Do not be selfish.
Yeah, number 3, don't be
have personal-
selfish. Yeah, number 4, do away with the pressure. Number 5,
Each other.
yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, you have to build yourself as well. So when you sacrifice to bring somebody in, to make your spouse grow, you have to be able to build yourself as well.
And of course, do not learn from bad examples.
Yeah.
You
Don't
learn from
compare
quality
yourself
people.
to
Yeah,
others.
exactly.
Yeah,
Quality
only
people.
learn, draw inspiration from quality people.
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
That's
I hope you enjoyed our
Good to have
video.
you.
Good to have you all the way from We'll see you guys in our next video. We hope you enjoyed our video and we'll see you.
Share, like, comment, and you can also contribute if you have one or
Subscribe.
two things. So subscribe. Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Cheers.
See ya.